Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is another video from the vault. And yes, the Clover Gundam is back. This is almost a year after the last video I ran. This is from late August 2019, not too long before GBO2 got released in North America. And not too long before I wound up in the hospital. But 2019 was just a really hard year. I'm hoping this year will not be as hard, but we will see. But yeah, this is the good old RX-78 Gundam in Clover colors. We are at 550 because at least because there's two GPO3s in the on the team. There's a G3 and one of the full armor Gundam types, I believe. I think it might be the Type B. I'm never good at keeping those icons separate, honestly. Yeah, calling for a little backup because I was getting bombarded while trying to take the point, and I kind of didn't want to get killed while I was doing that. I don't know if this is before they nerfed the Super Napalm or not, because that really had a huge area of effect in its early days, so... They've tweaked the Super Napalm several times, as I recall, but I think it does a little bit more damage now, but has a fairly standard grenade or bazooka splash zone. But you know, to be honest, they do since it's Super Napalm and that's what it's supposed to do. They need to go back and give it the fire damage over time trick that came in with the Zissa and has been used on a lot more things. Because yeah, that's like literally what it does in the show. It melts the leftover mobile suit parts so that Zeon can't get a hold of them. So, but yeah, so yeah, the Gundam of course has also been buffed several times since then, as I recall, at least once or twice. The main buff it got that changed things was its own beam rifle was made much more similar to the Gundam Alex's, which that's the main beam rifle and not the beam rifle with Super Napalm, which has retained its slower charge rate for the most part, as I recall. So yeah, it's you know, I feel like the Super Napalm rifle doesn't get used as much anymore because of that, but it's still not bad. It's just it's not as good as the rifle or the bazooka probably, just because. Yeah, the beam rifle fires faster. The bazooka can, it has more ammunition for one. So, and as I recall, it readies up a little bit quicker than the Super Napalm does. So, yeah, just one of those things. And I have gotten fixated on this gun cannon, which is bad and dangerous because it can do probably more damage to me than I can do to it. Luckily, number 5 is with me. This is before you could lock the. This is before you could default to having the team display on, so it has just vanished on me. I like to have that so I can monitor my allies' hit points and maybe go help them if I'm, you know, feeling somewhat smart. But should have done a side swing, but I thought that GPO3 might move in, so I didn't want to get in its way. I'm not sure if the GPO3 had just come out because we're seeing a lot of them, or if we're just seeing a lot of them because this is that stretch of the game where GPO3 was basically the best general at 550. I'm kind of guessing that because that was a fairly long time. It was. Matter of fact, I believe the Mark II came in and supplanted it about Christmas of this year of 2019. So. Yeah, this is before anything challenged the Dendrobian Stamen's dominance of this cost. So, and it's still quite good at that cost, but there's a lot of other good things at 550 now. So you don't even really see the Mark II as often as you used to. So, but they're still both very solid. They still perform fairly well. They're just not as fancy as a lot of the other things that have come along. They don't transform. They don't have a lot of like really special skills or weapons. You know, I'm literally running a generation behind the GPO3 here in the original Gundam. So, you know, it's one of those things. I just feel like everything is in the game to be used. So. There may be bad combinations, but I think they can be made to work if you're you know, in the right place for it. tonight I was trying to get around with the Zaku 3, which has kind of been an on and off thing for years now, because, oh, I'm the ace. I didn't even realize this was an ace match. Neat. But, you know, the Zaku 3, come on. Okay, somebody else got it. Yeah, and this is before it showed the base score, before, you know, adding the bonus. It just gave you the tripled score. And yeah, I want to pursue that person, but there's also just stuff here, like the enemy ace, that we need to be paying attention to. Oh, funny, the enemy ace also a Gundam. Neat. But, yeah, I've been trying to get a really good round with the Zaku 3 for ages. I feel like it has a tool kit that could lend itself to being used very well. This is just not something I have been able to do. I chose to eject because I was about to get killed, and then I got killed, so I'm just taking the point, which, you know, I've come to kind of feel is a little bit, you know, just kind of, I'd rather just, you know, stand there and stand up and fight if I can do it, but that's just me. Getting myself killed at this particular juncture would actually probably be good, though, because I'd have a chance to respawn in my mobile suit. But instead, you know, with my mobile suit ready to spawn, I am, you know, having a gunfight on foot. You do not get triple points for pilots, even if you are a pilot at the time. So yeah, that's kind of a big waste of time that I'm going to have to get back in my mobile suit and try and make up for now. They're trying to retake the point. They may even have already done. But, yeah, we've got all the points. Again, as I've mentioned before, sometimes this, that works out for you, and sometimes it gives the enemy team the focus that they need to run you down. So we'll see how that goes. Also, my aim with the beam rifle has gotten better since then, because look at, you know, I have bad moments, everybody does, but man, just it should not have taken me that many shots and that many tries to put that Gerbera down. And, okay. Yeah, I think they've upped the napalm damage and tweaked the splash since this video, but man, one of these days I'll have to reassemble my Clover Gundam color scheme. I just like having it. I'll also have to find good pictures of the Clover gun cannon and gun tank and see if I can recreate those. Because just, it'd be nice to have the whole set, I think. Let's see. Gonna just see what I can do to the ace. Trying to do so without hitting my allies. Not sure how successful I was at that because of the large cloud of smoke. The gun cannon is going back to trying to kill me like it did very successfully at the beginning of the round, so this would actually be a better time to be harassing it with the... I was waiting for the Super Napalm to re-ready. Yeah, right now just want to kind of just keep it pinned down and keep it out of my hair, which seem to have succeeded with that because it is running from the GPO-3s. We're not going to have time to kill it, especially since I got caught on the Medea wing, but still, yeah. Yes, this is early enough. The translation that came to be nice to meet you, which is a much more literally correct translation, was show it to him for some reason. 80,000 damage, 6,000 points, 5 and 2. I think that's not bad. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. I'd love to own a Clover Gundam product, like preferably like one of the larger Gundams they put out or the deluxe combination set. But I'd also get the cap firing beam rifle if I could find it. That was a really cool looking toy.